Dennis Osakada was a creative director from FCB Chicago, and he flew into Kuala Lumpur once in the year 2005 or in that period to do an animatic for S.C. Johnson. He flew in all the way from Chicago just to do an animatic. He was testing a commercial for the region, and I believe it was for Raid. It was the cockroach killer Raid. Typically, an animatic is a very low budget production job. It's essentially pieces of drawings of a storyboard that is put together in video form so that the agency can show the client what the finished commercial was going to look like. And animatics, because they don't have big budgets, are not the kind of jobs that post houses would want to take on unless you pay them commercial rates. And I got MFX, it's one of the top animation houses at that time, to do the animatic project for us. And Dennis was so respected by those who had worked with him on the project at MFX. And when Dennis was about to leave back to Chicago, MFX actually took us out for dinner at a very posh restaurant. And they had never ever taken me out or any of our team out before, although we had worked on much bigger jobs with them. That is how much they liked Dennis Osakada, how much they had respected him. Now, how Dennis Osakada works is like this. Whenever he sees a piece of work, he will always look for the good things that he can say about the piece of work. He will like, you see that thing over there? Oh, I love the way you did it. I like the way the light comes in there and you've put that little glow over there. It looks so nice. Now, do you think it needs this area here? Do you think it's lacking something? Do you think it might look better if we put a cockroach head in there or something like that? So this is how he presents his opinion to the artists, and they loved him for it because everybody felt good when they worked for him. And that is how I think Jesus approached Zacchaeus when he saw Zacchaeus up the tree. Now, Zacchaeus was a tax collector who had cheated a lot of people, and Jesus had invited him over, or Jesus actually told him, I was going over to your house for a meal. And let's read from the Gospel according to Luke chapter 19 verses 1 to 10. Jesus entered Jericho and was going through the town when a man whose name was Zacchaeus made his appearance. He was one of the senior tax collectors and a wealthy man. He was anxious to see what kind of man Jesus was, but he was too short and could not see him for the crowd. So he ran ahead and climbed a sycamore tree to catch a glimpse of Jesus, who was to pass that way. When Jesus reached the spot, he looked up and spoke to him. Zacchaeus, come down, hurry, because I must stay at your house today. And he hurried down and welcomed him joyfully. They all complained when they saw what was happening. He has gone to stay at a sinner's house, they said. But Zacchaeus stood his ground and said to the Lord, Look, sir, I am going to give half my property to the poor, and if I have cheated anybody, I will pay him back 4 times the amount. And Jesus said to him, Today salvation has come to this house, because this man too is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man has come to seek out and save what was lost. The Gospel of the Lord. So you see that Jesus was actually kind to a sinner, although people complained that he was staying at Zacchaeus' house. But his act of staying at Zacchaeus' house actually made Zacchaeus a better person. And in this respect, kindness pays. Sometimes it's hard for me personally to be kind, generally, because kindness can sometimes be taken as weakness, and when people see it as a weakness, they tend to challenge you and to take you on, and to disrespect you. But how is it that Jesus was managed to do it, and how Dennis managed to do it? I can't really say. There must be a component to the kindness that works, but I don't know what it is. We can try to be kind and see what aspect of kindness works and what aspect doesn't. Perhaps it's the firmness in kindness. It's not being kind and being meek and weak, but kind yet firm. Let's try it out together. Good evening.